Good morning, what's up, family? This is Burns coming at you from my drive to Williamson, West Virginia this morning. I got a couple stores I support down there, and I'm heading down to show my Williamson family some love today. And I was listening to some Switchfoot, believe it or not. Haven't listened to Switchfoot in a while, one of my favorite bands from high school. And just blasting down the road, down I-35. And on my way to Williamson, and I came across this song that I used to love, and I still love it. It's called "Company Car." This was off their New Way to Be Human album from 1999, and it just made me think about the expectations that we have for ourselves compared to the expectations that the world has for us, and how oftentimes we compromise and have to live with those consequences. And so I just wanted to give a real quick message this morning, just a real quick message this morning about that. And we go through our lives, and we have a lot of people who have expectations of us. We have expectations of ourselves. If you're a follower of Jesus, then that puts some pretty serious implications and some expectations on the way you live your life as well. And we have expectations from the companies that we work for. We are constantly being bombarded and surrounded by the expectations of others in the world, and we submerge ourselves in social media, and we see on different social media platforms what the world values and what the world expects of us. And my message this morning is one of hope and one of encouragement, and ultimately a challenge to you to never compromise 1 inch from your expectations from yourself, and especially if you're a follower of Christ, never veer, never stray, or at least strive to never stray from the expectation that God has for you and for your life. Now, that's obviously easier said than done, and I'll be the first to admit that I have failed many times when it comes to that, but this song "Company Car," it talks about this guy named Mike, and how he essentially he's trying to live his life one way, and he's trying to be a follower, and he's trying to have character and morals, but he compromises, and he finds himself later in life, and he's got the company car, and he's shooting 2 below par, and how he's got all these things that, from an outsider's perspective looking in, society and the world would tell us that he is a very successful person, and that he has reached the pinnacle, and he's arrived, but in reality, in his heart and in his mind, he's thinking to himself, I have succumbed to the things that I've always despised, and I've become the thing that I always used to get annoyed by and complain about, because that wasn't how I wanted to compromise, and I have become a sellout, right? I've absolutely become a sellout. And so it just made me think of especially like some of my younger friends and some of the people that I support in my role at the company I work for, how I see so many times, I see people living their lives and making conscious decisions and living in accordance to other people's expectations, and not the expectations of Jesus, or not the expectations that even we have of ourselves, or the standard that we should hold ourselves to. And like I said, again, it's easier said than done, but it can be done. If you are intentional every day about making every decision that you have in accordance with your own values, your own morals, where you put your priorities, and living a life in such a way that you will not compromise from the person, the goal that you emulate and that you want to be, and ultimately the person that God has designed you to be, which ultimately is the best, most compassionate, most passionate, most person with the highest regard of expectations and integrity that you can possibly force and drive yourself to be. And I found inspiration in that message today, because there have been so many times in my life where I've made a decision based on someone else's expectation, or I've made a decision based on what I thought people would feel about me, or how they would react to my decision. And heck with that, guys. Like, my message this morning is to always speak the truth, always to be driven towards the truth, to live your life in such a way that other people look at you and say, man, like, that guy or that woman, they're going to be successful because they stay true to themselves, stay true to their beliefs, and they will not compromise. And if that means, you not getting a promotion or you not stepping on someone to advance yourself, and that it puts you in a position of servanthood, it ultimately, at the end of the day, guys, it's not about that, right? Your why needs to be much bigger than just the title that you hold or the paycheck that you receive. It needs to be about it needs to be motivating and inspirational, and how that how you react to that and how you feel about that in your heart and in your mind. At the end of the day, it's not about what other people think about you. It's about being happy with the decisions that you've made. When we're laying on our deathbed and we're at the end of our road, we have three things essentially. We have the experiences that we've had, we have the relationships that we've built, and we have our relationship with our Savior. Those are the three things that we have at the end of the day. And my hope and that my prayer is that we live our lives in such a way that we don't regret the decisions that we've made because of who we've had to step on along the way, or who we've had to sacrifice to further our own advancement. And that's it, guys. That's all. I was listening to that song and I found it very encouraging, and I also found it very challenging to myself. So I thought maybe you all could understand that message too. Don't compromise. Absolutely don't compromise. Live the life that you want to live according to your own expectations, and to heck with what everyone else thinks, right? That's all I got. Love you guys. Have a great day. See you out there. Peace.